Hey guys, welcome back to the European Roundup, top 4 podcast, European bite-sized show. I'm your host Robin, and as always, we're going to look at Europe's top leagues, looking who's up, who's down, who's in the high, and definitely who's in the mud. Before we start the show, as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We are so close to hitting 100 subscriber count, so everything that you do to help us will be massively appreciated. Now, with that being said, let's start the show. This episode of European Roundup, we're looking at the running. Europe's leagues are now winding down, and we're looking at the last few matches who are going to crown the league champions and the runners-up so they can represent them in Europe's competitions next season, i.e. the Champions League and Europa League. And we'll be looking at them at the end of the episode, so keep an eye out for that. Starting off with the League of Talents, the French League, Ligue 1, where the running is looking incredibly tight, where who's going to finish first, second and third. It's looking to be a dramatic finish, so let's look at it. We all had the hope, we all believed, but Lille have finally let go of their first place lead, who has gone back to the Parisians only on goal difference after they lost 2-1 against Nimes. After a fantastic first half between both teams, in the second half, Lille was not able to produce and Nimes hold on to their 2-1 lead, which gave both PSG and Lyon the edge to go into their match to reclaim that top spot. But it was the Parisians with the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Angel Di Maria who won 4-2 at Lyon Stadium, which puts them now in first place, albeit on goal difference. Now, it is not over for any of these teams. Lille and Lyon still have a massive say, with Lille being joint top and Lyon only being 3 points behind. PSG and Lille face each other this weekend, so Lyon will ideally want to win their game, because if they draw, guess what? It goes down to 1 point. And wait! It's not over just yet, with Monaco sitting in 4th place with 59 points. They're only 4 points behind first place. So it's going to be an interesting run-in to see who goes to Europe's competitions in terms of the top 3 going to the Champions League and 4th place going to Europa. I cannot wait to see this finish. Now onto La Liga, where only a few episodes ago we were talking about one person leading the title race far away. But now, if you look at the table now, the title race is wide open. There are only 10 games left in La Liga this season, and there's only 6 points between first and third. Atletico Madrid have now played their games in hand and only sit 4 points ahead of a resurgent Barcelona. Having struggling in their last few games, getting draws and only having 1-0 wins, and now going out in the Champions League, Atletico Madrid only have the league to salvage, and with a resurgent Barcelona also out of the Champions League this season, both teams have everything to play for in order to win a trophy this season, and we must not forget about Real Madrid too. Are the European giants starting to wake up again in this late hour? With a 3-1 win against Celta Vigo and a brace by Karim Benzema, who seems to be scoring a lot lately, will Real Madrid pip Barcelona and Atletico to the title this season? Remember, we still have another El Clasico to go, and with Atletico Madrid also playing Sevilla, who are in form, it's going to be an interesting finish to see who finishes in which places in the top 4 of La Liga. Look forward to that. Now we head to the Bundesliga, where things have gotten very interesting for Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig. You can say that this weekend is going to be a decider or a major factor in what happens to the end of the Bundesliga. With only 8 games to go, RB Leipzig take on Bayern Munich. With now Robert Lewandowski out for a month, he's going to miss this all-important game where there's only 3 points between the two of them, in which could be possibly the title decider. RB Leipzig are on form and now going out of the Champions League only have to focus on the league, with Bayern Munich still having PSG in the back of their head next week and not having their star talisman Robert Lewandowski. It could be a potential turn and play. Are RB Leipzig gonna take advantage of this, or are we gonna see the normal Bayern Munich that even though they've lost their main man, they are still good enough of a team to get those 3 points and go on to win another Bundesliga title? In addition to that, there's also another possible top 4 decider in the Bundesliga between Frankfurt and Dortmund, who play each other this weekend. Frankfurt currently sit in 4th place, being 4 points ahead of Dortmund, and in which, if both teams play each other and Frankfurt win, go in 7 points, which could be possibly the end of Dortmund's chances of qualifying for the Champions League next season if they do not win the Champions League this season. Dortmund have been very struggling as of late and do have Man City also to play in the Champions League. So you can say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, this is going to be a big moment for Borussia Dortmund. If they don't qualify for the Champions League or don't win it, they can lose a lot of their players, and a lot of people are looking at Erling Haaland for this season as well. So Dortmund have everything to play for, and so do Frankfurt, who would love to be in Europe's top competition. And now on to the final league of this episode, Serie A, where we look at the top 4 race, which is still hot enough, and the Scudetto is still not decided yet. Serie A is currently on the 11 and 10 games go mark, with many teams still having games to play due to postponements. But Inter Milan are still ahead of AC Milan with 6 points. AC Milan are now been knocked out of Europe by Manchester United and only have the league left to focus, as well as Inter. So those two will be battling it out all the way until the end to see who lifts the Scudetto this year. But we cannot forget about the top 4 race. 3rd, 4th and 5th place, only 2 points between them. Yes, Juventus still have to play Napoli again because their game has been rescheduled. However, Atalanta are still in it. Both Juventus and Atalanta are both on 55 points, with Napoli on 53. So all of this is coming up to the end. 10 games to go. Who's going to get those Champions League spots in Italy? Who's going to go to Europa League? Who's going to win a Scudetto? We don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. Please comment below who you think is going to be the champion of their respective league this season, and who's going to the Champions League, the Europa League, and heck, who's going to the Europa Conference League. Is your team going to be in Europe next season? Looks like there's going to be many teams. Let's just wait and see. Finally, speaking of Europe, we've now been told the outline, the road to the finals of the Champions League and Europa League. It is looking very tasty in the Champions League side, and Europa League has very interesting turns depending on which side of the road you're on. In the Champions League, we've got excellent games. Man City, Dortmund, PSG, Bayern, Chelsea, Porto, Real Madrid, Liverpool. I actually don't know who's going to be in the final, but my prediction is whoever wins the Bayern PSG game is going to be your Champions League winners. And finally, in the Europa League, you can see that Manchester United, Roma and Ajax are on the harder side of the road, whereas Arsenal have got the easier side, and you do expect them to be in the final. I believe that the final is going to be Manchester United versus Arsenal. That's my prediction. But I would like to see an Unai Emery get to the final, getting their revenge on the team that sacked him only a couple seasons ago. Who knows, it actually is looking to be an astounding European final, and I can't wait to watch. And that is it for this episode of the European Roundup. I really hope you enjoyed. Please let me know that you're supporting by sharing and subscribing. Like I said at the start, we are this close to 100 subscribers, so anything you do to support us and help us will be a massive help. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else for me to talk about that I've missed in Europe. I'm happy to talk about and do the research into those leagues that you want me to talk about. But as always, I will be again in the next episode talking about what's happening in Europe and who's up and who's in the mud. Like I said, my name is Robin, and this has been the European Roundup.